Okay, so what's up, people? We're going to have a serious conversation. Even in a nation full of universities, you can still have people that are ignorant as hell. Even if a demographic of women become the most educated women, they can still be ignorant. But I'm not here to make fun of people or put anybody down because being ignorant means that you just don't know. It means that you're uninformed. You need to be told something. Did you know that the Nazi, and with that said, Tyla, she's not a black woman, all right? And stop trying to grape her into blackness. There are deep and extreme consequences for sitting up there being the people who don't recognize that you come from people that were on plantations and that the white people that enslaved you, they had an order. Look, the white men wanted to be intimate with the black girls. Well, not intimate, but, they wanted to enter into the black girls, but they didn't want to be no daddies. The white woman wasn't tolerating no black female being in the house with her with some little mixed kid. Hell no. So they would sell the mixed kid to another plantation. And at best, in many cases, not all, but in many cases, they'd get the privilege of maybe being in the house. But that wasn't the case all the time. Like in the book, Uncle Tom's Cabin, if y'all remember the mulatto girl in there, she was actually a field slave because she didn't want to sleep with her owner. Okay. But mixed race people are not black. The United States of America is the only living, breathing place where people lump, because of that, people lump mixed race people into the black category. There's a reason why when I tell dudes, one of the best things you can do as far as going to another country and getting with a woman, like if you go to Brazil, I'm going to tell you the two options you got. You got the options of a straight up white woman, or you got the options of a straight up black woman. Them little in-betweeners, you in for a rude awakening, bro. You in for a devastatingly rude awakening. I might be a little bit fuzzy with how I pronounce it, but di purificani ano di la raza or di racia or something. That means to purify my race. So the average girl that you look at when you go to Brazil that look like Twyla, dude, she's breeding away from you and she's been taught her entire life to avoid a black dude. Now they'll get with a black dude, but you will see weird things like buy me some Sprite before we go to the hotel. What you need some Sprite for? That's what she need to wash her pussy out with after you finish nutting up in her. Because she want to make for 1,000% sure that she don't get pregnant. Or you better bring you some plan B with her or you ain't finna get shit. And she'll tell you that you can't even pay for it. Because there's something in Brazil more valuable than money. That's white skin. That money is only going to last for a minute. If I'm sitting up here walking around with a black baby, that is for life. So I teach you the other consequence of ignorance with not knowing that mixed race people only in America, because of some outdated plantation rule, is the only reason we consider them to be black. Look at the guy that you're looking at right there. That is Rafael Trillo. If you ever look up the Parsley massacres, right? Parsley massacres. You can do a little homework on that when you get a chance. In the Dominican Republic, this guy, Rafael Trillo, now you've been looking at it, he had a fully and completely black Haitian grandmother. She got with a white man. Nowhere. And throughout most of the world, when people become mixed, they do not identify with being black no more. Somalis do not really identify with being Africans. They recognize that they're on the African continent, but they'll tell you they're not the same as Bantu. Same thing with Northern Sudan, a genocide in the world that is bigger, 3 times bigger. As a matter of fact, this just now came to my mind. I didn't even think of this. Like, this is freestyle knowledge. The biggest genocide that's occurring in the world right now is happening between people that are mixed with Arab and black Africans. I kid you not. So that right there speaks loudly to how ignorant black American people are. Stop trying to grape people into blackness. I'm telling you, they don't do it outside of America. There's 350 million people in this country. There's 8 billion in the world. That's 7.65 billion people that are not Americans. You are living in a itty bitty little small space. Stop trying to carry the rules of this itty bitty little micro small space to the entire planet. I'm telling you, they don't play by your rules. You're looking at it right before your face. Now, this dude, Rafael Trujillo, was a military dictator. He was really a goon who became who the U.S., I got to be careful. Let's just say the Western powers appointed him to go down there and teach them damn Haitians a lesson. Now, his black Haitian grandmother went out of the way to get with her a white man and taught him everything that black people have self-hate. They just need an outlet for it. So basically, she raised him to be a racist white Spaniard, even though he was partly, black, at least 1/3. And he looked, part of the reason why they called it the Parsley Massacres is that the mixed race people in the particular part of the Dominican Republic who ended up unaliving 40,000 something Haitians, they looked just like the Haitians. The Haitians themselves in that part of the island were also mixed. So basically they boiled everything down to a word. It's kind of like the people that say y'all being unalived by the people that say yo B, yo son. Imagine a bunch of New Yorkers. Well, one New Yorker looks like Wesley Snipes, or one New Yorker looks like Michael Jordan, and they can't tell the difference. Well, you said y'all. Oh, you come from South Carolina. Oh, I'm Yo B, and what up, son? So we're different. So let all of the Yo B's and what up, son, unalive all of the people who keep on saying y'all. They sound like they from Carolina or Atlanta. So Rafael Trujillo took a piece of parsley, gave it to all the troops, and say, well, since I can't tell which one of y'all is Haitian and which one of y'all are mixed race Dominicans, we all mixed in this area. Let's boil everything down to a word. So when the Haitians said parsley, the way that Haitians say parsley, they ended up unaliving 40,000 Haitians. All right. So if mixed race people in that part of the island are looking just like other mixed race people, what the living hell do you think mixed race people on a land or island are going to say about the black people that are on the same land or the same island? If you think mixed race people are black, then you go to a Haitian and ask them, are mixed race people black? Man, them people get talked to like dogs. And Dominicans call them parasites, diseases. They will act as if the entire country is being invaded by aliens from another galaxy. To hell with this universe, the very second a few Haitians come across the border. Many of the Haitians that are being hated on by people in the Dominican Republic that look just like them. And many people argue that many of the Haitians that are being hated on are really just other Haitians that's actually mixed, that's calling themselves Dominican. So no. Mixed race people are not black, and you are making a critical mistake, deeply mired in ignorance, if you try to lump them into the same group. And I don't know why the hell you want to do that anyway. The world doesn't look at y'all the same. I mean, would these NFL players be marrying these mixed women if they looked at them as black? Hell no. You're not looked at as the same. Neither are you looked at as the same when you apply for school, housing, or a job. Trust me. You can take it all the way back to the early 1900s. The first black anything to do everything was always a mixed person because, it tended to, I guess, offend insecure white people that some black person with an equal talent that a white person could perform would want to do it, but they would accept the mixed person, who could perform some white talent, not a black person. So there's a difference, people. There is a difference. Anyways, I hate these painful lessons in history, but hey, man, truth got to be spoken. The story got to be told. Thanks for listening. I'm out.